Here goes. Yeah. Here we go. Oh, I should zoom into that, though. There we go. All right. Here we go, everybody. Enjoy this because it's what you get. It's the morning stream starting in 3, 2, 1.
And by the way, you know, I sit on the stand and it get hot. I got hairy legs that turn turn blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight and then watch the hair come back up again. They'd look at it. So I learned about roaches. I learned about kids jumping on my lap. And I've loved kids jumping on my lap.
Christmas Evil.
How about a booby? You know the guy's got talent. This is the morning stream.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to TMS, the morning stream for December 3rd, 2019. I'm Scott. He's Brian.
All of these things you say are true.
Verifiable information here on TMS. You can find
that,
out for yourself.
That Biden clip.
Yeah. I don't know if it was the same. It was the same stump speech where he bit his wife's hand while she was reaching her hand out. Did you see that picture by chance?
No.
Yeah.
No.
He's got a. Let's see if we can find this here. Biden.
No, but did you hear about the whole? So Kellyanne Conway tweeted that video out and said something like, "Let's see, where is it? We need Ukraine's help to defeat this guy."
Oh, jeez.
And then her husband George Conway said, "Well, your boss apparently thought so." I would love to be a fly on the wall in that house.
I don't know if I would. I think that fly has seen some shit go down.
Oh, I'm sure. I don't even know, man, if there's like
they should do a reality show
in that house.
I'm telling you, we're 2-3 years away from a reality show called The Conways or Life in the Conways.
Keeping up with the Conways. Keeping up with Kellyanne.
Oh my gosh, I'd rather die. So I just put in the thing so you could see it. His wife, it's in Discord. His wife's like reaching her hand out, and for some reason he leans forward and just bites her finger.
Oh, jeez.
So Biden's a little weird, man. He's kind
dude.
of a.
All you need to do is just kind of be normal, but Joe, and you know.
I don't think he's normal. I think the problem is, you know what? I'm starting to think that if you run for president, regardless of party affiliation, you're kind of not normal. Once in a while it happens. You sneak through. You get somebody you're like, all right, pretty normal guy. Pretty normal lady.
Yeah.
Right now, I don't know. The normalcy on all around me is a little bit broken. So,
the world is broken. It's totally true.
Yeah.
Man.
I don't know what to do about that. But anyway, biting his wife's finger, talking about kids rubbing his hairy legs. Good candidate.
Right. Well, you know, that's how we learned about roaches. I really don't. I don't understand.
Makes no sense.
I don't understand how he got from. First off, what was he doing at point A? But then, how did he get from point A to point B? Because that didn't make any sense either.
It does feel like we're missing some key context in the conversation.
Yeah. So
anyway, we'll see how that goes. A quick note here: I was able to hang out with Eric Van Skyhawk. You know, the guy who made this morning's theme. This theme here. Yes. This one. You know the one. He was in town. His parents live out here still, and he was visiting. It's funny. I don't know if I've ever told the story on the show, but when he and I were in high school, he went to Alta High School. I went to Brighton. We were rival schools.
Okay.
And his girlfriend went to Brighton with me, and I knew her and hung out with her and did a bunch of stuff with her, and I don't mean that in a dirty way. Like we had like activities. Excuse me, like I think she ran for class something, and I helped do posters, stuff like that.
Of course, yeah.
And all these years later, I meet Eric. And by then he's in New York. He's been in New York for years, and we're both adult ass men. And we start doing collaboration together. We did App Slappy together, all this stuff, and then come to find out, oh, that was your girlfriend, and you went to freaking Alta High. That was just the weirdest thing.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So what? How did you and Eric Skyhawk meet? and
He
start
reached out to
collaborating?
me. He reached out to me during the Extra Life Radio days. He was a listener, and he started offering doing like music stuff, and he did when I started doing Extra Life TV, which is like these dumb little YouTube shorts. He used to he'd make little animated intros for those and stuff like that. He was super into like Adobe. What's it called? Adobe.
Yes, not Audition. It's Adobe Flight Control, Adobe Pre-Flight, Adobe After Jones,
After Dark, Adobe. Nope, After Effects. That's it. After Effects.
After Effects. That's it. I knew it was something related to like before, after, pre, post.
Oh, here's the embarrassing thing. I have these installed down here on my dock. I could have just hovered over it where it says Adobe After Effects 2020. Oh my gosh. Anyway.
I need to use that. I've got it and I need to use it.
Anyway, he used to do that stuff, and so that's where it all started to happen. But just to find out we have this weird home connection is super strange. So anyway, him and his wife Carmen came out. We went to this place called, if you're in Salt Lake and you're getting one of those like I want breakfast any time of the day kind of moods you're in,
Sure.
go to this place called Sweet Lakes. Now they used to only have one down on like 9th and 9th or wherever it is. And it's famous, and you can't get in. It's like impossible. It's in lines of people. It's freaking miserable. But once you get in, you've never had better breakfast food. It is so good. Oh my gosh! They make this hash brown quinoa stuff that you just die for. They make this big fried chicken egg thing called the Haas. That's just the most delectable thing you've ever had. They make an amazing Cubano sandwich you can have for lunch or whatever. So they do lunch and breakfast. They close at 3. They don't do dinner. And they opened a brand new one right up near here. So we were like, oh, well, let's meet there. So that's where we went. So just a little recommendation. If you're in Draper or downtown, either direction, there's this just amazing non-chain place called Sweet Lakes, and it's amazing.
That's cool. It sounds a lot like Snooze out here, which is where we went for brunch Saturday morning.
Very nice.
With the nieces. Same kind of thing. Long wait. Once you get in there, amazing breakfast food. Place closes at 3. Breakfast and lunch, the only things they sell.
Sounds like the same deal.
Amazing stuff, yeah.
Although
their specialty are pancakes, though. They're like all about the pancakes. They have other things. I had breakfast tacos that were amazing, but
breakfast tacos. Tell me more. Hold on, don't jump past that.
Sure.
More about the breakfast tacos. Tell me what's in those.
It's 3 flour tortillas, eggs, green chili, cheese, black beans if you want them. Chorizo, cilantro, red onion, slivers, like loaded. Oh, and avocado on top if you want it. Those are kind of the optional things.
Sounds great. That sounds good.
Oh my God, so freaking good. Oh, TVZ Gon says that Snooze is a chain all over. There's one about a mile from him in Arizona.
Oh, I'd never heard of it.
Downtown Phoenix. Alex Elvisa says, I love talking to Coverville or listening to Coverville talk about food. Whatever, fine.
No, it's his ASMR, dude. He's chilling out to you. Yeah, like you're like that Chinese lady that jams food in her face on TikTok. Anyway,
I have not seen that one, but okay.
It's one of these things where I guess people get a kick out of watching young, pretty Asian ladies just chowing down on like Asian food.
It's mukbang, basically, right?
Yeah, mukbang, which
called,
sounds so much worse than it is. It sounds so bad.
It really does. Like
mukbang.
I'm gonna go home, close the shades, and watch some mukbang. Like, okay, you do you.
Isn't mukbang the thing the Mandalorian had to fight to get his signet?
No, it's the thing you had to fight to get that egg.
That's right. Got to get that hairy egg, he said, in his helmet.
Yeah.
Anyways, so Sweet Lakes, it's awesome. And it was great to see Eric, and we got to catch up and have fun and talk, and it was great. So anyway, but I wanted to mention this one thing about this visit to Sweet Lakes, and that was that our server, and I don't want to make a judgment here because I don't understand it. Maybe it's a thing people are doing now, or maybe it's alopecia, or I don't know. Yeah. But this guy had no eyebrows. Now, he wore a hat, and he had a slight mustache.
Okay.
But he had no eyebrows, so probably not alopecia, right? Because the mustache wouldn't be there, right?
Yeah, I think if you have, I don't know if there are degrees of alopecia. I mean, we know a guy out here who dated a friend of ours who had severe alopecia to where no hair at all, like fully hairless. And that guy who played Dr. Zaz and NoHo Hank and
Wait.
Uh,
Oh yeah, Hank from
Hank from Barry.
from
Isn't he
Barry.
called NoHo Hank?
I thought it was just Hank. Isn't it just Hank?
Well, it's just Hank, but they gave him the nickname.
No ho
I thought they
Hank.
gave him the nickname NoHo Hank.
I don't remember, but I love him. He's my favorite guy.
He's the best. Yes. Yeah.
He's my
NoHo Hank.
favorite character on TV right now. I love that guy.
Anyway, that guy, that actor, has the full-blown alopecia to where he can't grow any hair anywhere.
Okay, so maybe this was some combo, or it was just a style or a look. But here's the thing: every time he'd come by and say, "Would you like a refill?" or "Would you like is everything going okay?" or whatever, he would look at you and you'd say, "Yeah, everything's good." And then when he was done, he'd raise his eyebrow, the things where
Mounds.
his eyebrow, his mounds of where that is. He'd just go like up and up twice. He go.
Really?
Yeah.
Is he basically like, yeah, I know people are gonna look at it, so I'm just gonna go with it, just gonna roll with it.
Maybe, and it was really hard not to look. Like I would watch him go, and I just go, oh gosh, okay. Like I didn't know how to respond.
I haven't heard anything about eyebrow shaving being a thing, except for when they shave like stripes into them, right? Where that's done on purpose.
Yeah.
But maybe there was a stripe mishap. He was trimming his eyebrows, and there was a little bit of he slipped with the Norelco or something.
It's
and,
entirely possible. They were just so smooth and baby skin smooth, like totally gone.
Yeah, see, I wouldn't mind. All right, I'd give up my mustache. I'd give up my beard. I've already given up my hair on top of my head. I don't think I could give up my eyebrows, because I feel like that is a 20% of my communication, along with the 80% of the noises coming out of my mouth. Is 20% of it is eyebrow communication.
Yeah, they are. I feel like they're important to me too. If I cut those off, what would we look like here? I'm trying to. That doesn't help.
Good.
Those just look like
'Cause
flesh brows.
Try furrowing your brow and saying something like saying a compliment to somebody.
Look,
And
Brian,
then,
I'm
like, raise
scared.
the eyebrows and say a compliment to somebody.
I'm mad. I'm scared. I'm mad. I'm scared.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It was weird. He also wore a hat, so I couldn't confirm any kind of head hair. So that was frustrating. Anyway, I just thought maybe if it was a thing and someone wants to explain it to me and tell me that it's a thing and it's okay. I didn't, nobody made fun. I just leaned over to Kim as he walked away and says, he has no eyebrows, right? It's not just me. And then she said, yeah, he doesn't have any eyebrows. And then that was it. That's all we said about it. No judgment. Look, if it's a thing, you do your thing. You be you. I'll keep mine on. You have yours.
Mm-hmm.
It's like tattoos for me. I don't really want one because it's so damned permanent. I know that I'm going to hate whatever I get, so I always am hesitant to even think about it. But Carter just got this sweet little, it's not an olive branch, but it kind of looks like one behind her ear. It's adorable. It's the cutest thing ever, and it's beautiful, nice line work. They did a single needle little black one. It's just like right here behind her thing. Kim got one on her arm that's a bee with a crown, so it's like Queen Bee, because everyone calls her the Queen Bee. Not because of that Royal song, but because she's the Queen Bee.
You can call her Queen Bee.
Yeah, I always tease her about that. But anyway, it's like that for me. Like if this eyebrow thing became a thing and everybody started doing it, I don't think I could still do it. I just don't. It's not. I don't judge it. I don't have a problem with it. Yeah, you having it, not you, but people having it.
Right.
But I don't want to. I need my eye hair, man.
Yeah. Well, it's never going to become a thing to the point where everybody's going to do it, right? I mean, it's going to be a thing where 5%, of a certain age group do it, and everybody else stands around going, "That's really weird. I don't like that whatsoever." And then it's going to kind of disappear, like wearing your pants back to front, or wearing your pants so low that your plaid boxers are visible.
I wonder if that's coming. Is that coming? I hope that's coming back.
I don't think that's ever left. I still see people.
You think that's still here?
the low pants, yeah.
Yeah, but the one, the pants that are like super stiff and wide. Do you remember those? They were like, I want to say they were denim, but they were always so wide. They were almost shorts because they would go like halfway down your calf. But the kids that would wear them, it'd be like this. I don't know. It's like a giant piece of tent hanging off their butts.
No.
What were those called?
Never. I have no idea. JNCOs is what people are saying.
Yes, those are it. Those are it.
Junko pants.
They're horrendous. I never understood that. That I will judge and say we're bad.
These are the ones that when you would get those, not that I ever got any, but those little plastic, like little plastic, not gang members, but it was like thugs and cholos and like
Really?
you remember those little plastic? Do you not remember those
I don't
little
remember
toys?
that.
That
Early-
homies, that's what those were called. The
Really?
little homies.
They
those
had
look like the
homies?
pants that homies were wearing.
JC Calhoun would like you to click that link and look what a Junko or Jenko or JNC
Oh yeah,
was.
I'm seeing it right now.
Yeah.
And
You know what I'm talking about? It's ridiculous.
I do. Those are really ridiculous. They remind me of the shoes that were popular in Mexico, maybe still are, where the points of the tips of the boots come out and then do like a little loop-de-loop.
like a curve.
Yes.
Who puts on something like that? Those pants in particular. Who puts those on and walks out the door and goes, "Yes, I am ready for my
This
day.
is what I am wearing tonight. Yes,
Today,
exactly.
this is how I look." Yeah, I just couldn't do it. Anyway, I think those are dumb. Yeah, and we did talk about them once on the show, but it was ages ago.
Did we?
Yeah, I mean, what are we 8 years into this? Stuff's gonna come.
There's
up
going to
again.
be some repeats, people.
Yeah, just listen to Film Sec. That thing's a nightmare with us trying to remember what movies we've seen.
I know. Yeah, we forget movies that we watched 2 months ago.
Yeah, I do hope we see this though.
Christmas Evil.
That one sold me on that on our
Yeah,
thread.
that's the one that keeps showing Santa doing some
doing some dirt.
nasty in front of the fireplace
Yeah,
with a woman,
Getting
right?
some dirt done. It's on Netflix or it's on YouTube in its entirety, so I assume it's not that bad because they wouldn't keep it there if it was. Because YouTube,
Oh yeah, good point.
yeah, YouTube will block that stuff. But that trailer makes it seem like it's Santa's gone a little.
Yeah,
on the porny
every
side.
trailer, like we saw 2 different trailers, and both trailers had all different scenes for everything else, but both of them showed that one.
Yeah, the one scene by the fireplace and the kid watching it.
Yes,
Come-
exactly.
Jeez, that's no way to
So
learn
I
anything.
feel I feel like that one's on the list. Jack Frost is on the list.
Jack
I could
Frost.
maybe sub out not the Jack Frost with Michael Keaton,
No, the horror movie, right?
the horror movie Jack Frost.
Yeah.
Long Kiss Goodnight. We're talking
Yeah.
Black Christmas. If something gets vetoed, we're slipping in Black Christmas, which is somebody dressed as Santa goes and kills a bunch of sorority girls and Margot Kidder on Christmas Eve.
I'm into it. I mean, I'm not really into it, but you know what I mean. I want to. We've had a bit of a revelation this month. We had a lot of stuff lined up that was just like normal movies, and we said nope, we're going Christmassy, and it's going to be bad Christmas. We're going to do just
That's right.
horrible
That's right.
Christmas movies. We've already done Die Hard A4 for real. It's done.
Yep, that one we all remember doing.
Yeah, we did that. We all remember Die Hard.
We all remember Die Hard.
None of us can remember if we did any other Die Hards, but we know we did Die Hard, the first one. We know that for sure. We found those detonators with Bill Clay. We've done it. All right. Hey, did you hear this? Frozen 2 might be in the MCU, and I'm not just rhyming for fun there.
Okay. All right. Tell me how this is possible.
Now, there's some possible spoilers here for Frozen 2, and I don't know how many of us care about that. So I guess I'm letting people know that I'm going to mention some stuff that may possibly be that. But anyway, here's what this article says on Screen Rant with Frozen 2 release after Disney brought Marvel Comics, the possibility of crossovers between Disneyverse and Marvel's universe is very real. The Disney film Big Hero 6 is based on a Marvel comic and considered part of the MCU, or at least one of its alternate timelines. Disney has also established a shared universe with the MCU, and its Kingdom Hearts game and an episode of the Hercules animated series featured a crossover with Aladdin. Moreover, Pixar Theory ties movies from Toy Story to Brave into a timeline showing Disney and Marvel properties can link to each other. All right, so now, Disney's Frozen. Brian, you know about the Frozen is a huge hit.
I'm familiar.
Yeah.
It's, do you want to build a snowman?
Yeah.
Little,
Yeah, they wanted
popular,
to build.
popular. I think biggest film going on right now, like top box office numbers right now, I believe.
Yeah, and I think the tickets are just pre-sales at the moment. It's still like, or is it out yet? Is it out?
It's out. Came out.
I
I want to say it even came out 2 weekends ago because when Tina and I went and saw, we went and saw something 2 Fridays ago, and kids were all dressed up as Frozen 2.
that was my favorite Ice Cube movie 2 Fridays ago. I love 2 Fridays ago. It was
Yes.
so
Yeah.
good.
So good.
It was the best of the Fridays movies. It was really good. All right, here it is. Frozen 2, you're absolutely correct. It came out already. I, for some reason, thought that was this weekend. Anyway, yeah, it's enjoying a ridiculous amount of money, and good for them. Anyway, Disney's Frozen movies show a particular strong link to Marvel's most famous property, the X-Men. because the powers are X-Men-ish.
Sure.
So right.
Sure.
While it might seem strange to compare Anna and Elsa with Storm and Wolverine, consider the similar tropes. Anyway, Frozen 2's funniest joke. Here's their related thing number one. Frozen 2's funniest joke was already done in the MCU. It says here, although Elsa seems to be the only character with magic, there are strong hints in Frozen 2 that other main characters they may have possible abilities that make them early mutants. This fits with current Marvel comic storylines where mutants in early eras were called witch breed. Okay? And their abilities considered magical. This allows for the possibility that Frozen films could take place in some obscure era in Marvel history. But bearing in mind, let's take a closer look at the characters. All right, and then they go into each one. Elsa is the world's first ice woman. So then Iceman comes later.
Iceman. Okay.
Kristoff is the first animal psychic. Okay.
Kristoff, by the way, looks just like Steve Irwin.
Oh, totally. Oh, that's weird. I never thought of that until you just said that.
Yeah.
Hope he doesn't go try to find a
Stingray.
Yeah, that'd be bad. Mutants, Olaf and the Rock Trolls. Okay. See?
Okay.
That's a stretch.
This feels like a stretch. I would say that it's more like Frozone and Frozen are connected.
Yeah, simply because of the name. I like it. Frozone too. All right.
Where's my super suit?
Anyway, I actually believe the article is dumb, but the reason I brought it up today is because I actually think it would be cool if Disney was a little more self-aware and crossover-y. Not too much. Like, you got to be careful, right?
But not like this.
Yeah, not like this.
hashtag not like this.
Yeah, hashtag not like this. Not all.
I'd much rather see, like, if you're going to give me a Disney Marvel connection, do it with something like The Incredibles. Like, somehow have an alternate Into the Spider-Verse timeline where Spider-Man and The Incredibles are a team or something.
Yes. Yes. And also, Dice Tomato makes a good point. They were very self-aware with the princesses and Wreck-It Ralph. That was awesome.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
That was maybe one of my favorite things they'd ever done. So yeah, I guess what I'm saying is there's probably a temptation on the part of producers over there because they've got all this material to work with now.
Of course. Yeah.
And somebody,
and it's obviously going to be like like Easter eggs are going to be aplenty in Disney and Marvel and Star Wars movies, as they've always been. Raiders of the Lost Ark had a C-3PO and R2-D2 hieroglyphic in the Well of Souls, and all this stuff plays around with the rest of it. But if you're going to have some sort of actual connection, characters crossing over, Big Hero 6, Incredibles, Marvel. Stay in your lane.
Exactly. Stay in your lane. At least mostly in your lane. You can make some crossovers where it makes sense, but don't do too much. And this article, by the way, may as well be flat earthers. There's no basis to any of this.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
I don't want to see Wreck-It Ralph make an appearance in the Falcon and Winter Soldier TV show. Oh, hey guys.
It's me. It's Wreck-It Ralph. I'm here to help
it's
you
John
guys.
C. Riley.
I'm going to help
stuff.
I'm going to help you fight crime. Yeah, I don't want that. We're not good at. We need to work on
that's one impersonation we'll shelve.
Yeah, trying to think who does a John C. Riley. Probably just John C. Riley. I don't think anyone.
Probably. I bet Seth Rogen can do a good John C. Riley.
Oh yeah. That guy. Anyway,
that was really good. That was very good.
It's as close as you're gonna get. Hey, so it's Kristoff, Animal Psychic. Moving on. Right. Let's not do that.
So
anymore.
Hey, I got to throw out a big thank you to TVZ Gun. So during the Jack Friday thing we were doing on Friday, TVZ Gun, in the meantime, was in line waiting for a record store in Phoenix to open up so that he could go in there and pick up some albums, hopefully picking up stuff for himself, but also picking stuff up for me. And he picked up 3 singles. Yeah, dude, of course I got it already. He's like, yeah, you got it already? Not only did TVZ Gun send me the 3 singles that I was hoping I'd be able to get on Record Store Day on Black Friday, this thing came with a sack of promotional stuff that is freaking awesome. Like
wow. What, from the same record store? They just had extra stuff?
Record store. Like, all this stuff. Posters and a Woodstock 50th anniversary headband. For some reason, a train whistle.
Oh, all aboard.
Yeah.
I like it.
An Humphreys McGee pin.
Who's Humphreys
sticker.
McGee? What is that?
Oh, Humphreys McGee is a band that does actually does great covers.
Oh,
They do really good like crossover covers.
never
like,
heard of those guys.
Yeah, combo covers.
All right. That's cool.
Anyway,
what a nice
so
guy.
TVZ Gone, I sent him an email last night, but I might have had the wrong email address. So huge huge thanks to TVZ Gone for sending all this stuff to me. And like I said in my email that you may not have gotten yet, let me know how much I owe you, and I will pay you tooth sweet.
Now, let me ask you this, because Alex brings up a good
Yes.
point.
Yeah, I know. Yes.
What if that whistle was in TV Egon's bum before you got it? How would you feel if I told you that now?
I'd feel sad and disappointed, but not necessarily disappointed in TVZ Gone, but more disappointed in myself.
Right.
The fact that the only thing that whistle has is a wood smell.
Well, I've always said that about TVZ Gun. He's got a nice woody smell.
It's got a nice woody smell.
Yeah.
Yes.
There you go. All right. I don't know why that caught me, Alex, but nice job. All right, so
Of course you would.
it's just funny. It's a funny idea. It reminded me of when like people would get they'd go before digital. People would take their cameras from their vacation and get them processed when they got home.
Yes.
And then they get the photos and find out that the maid at the hotel they were in was putting their toothbrush somewhere nasty.
Right.
And taking pictures of it every day. Like I used to think that was so funny.
Is that a real thing, or is that like some urban legend that somebody made up and we kind of all glommed onto as being?
I gotta think. I mean, maybe there's a Snopes thing, but I gotta think somewhere that happened. Somebody somewhere tried it. Had to have.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe once, and maybe that's it.
Maybe.
But I used to think it used to make me paranoid. So like
I know.
in the '90s, if I'd travel, it would be like, all right, well, I'm keeping my toothbrush somewhere safe. I bought into it. So it's one of those
Where
things.
you put your toothbrush in the safe in the hotel room safe?
Yeah, which I don't trust either, by the way. I don't trust hotel room safes.
Oh no, and there's reason not to.
Yeah. Oh, really? Tell me.
Brushwood could show you 18 different ways you can use a credit card to open a hotel room safe.
See, I was right. I was right to feel squeamish about that all that time. I didn't realize that was actually something he's shown or can do. But
I think he's shown a couple ways you can get into a hotel room safe.
One time I took I had this habit of every hotel we went to, I would make a habit out of, when I used to take towels, I used to have a towel every time I'd leave. Not a full towel, but like a little face towel.
Yeah, you take them with you, yes.
Yeah,
like
that was a thing for a while for me. Couldn't help it. For a while, it was I'd keep all the cards, the door cards. Well, then there was a stretch where I would take the Gideon's Bible that was in the drawers, and I would lock it in the safe before we left. So I'd put it in the safe. Got to keep this Bible safe, I'd say, and I'd stick it in the safe.
Just to mess with them, basically, like make them have to figure out. All right, what's in here? They must have left something behind. Oh, it's the Bible. Really funny.
Yeah, really funny. But that means they also
That
can
is
get into
actually
it.
kind of funny.
But they can get into it easy. So that means that you should never put anything important in there. Don't ever use those things,
Right.
everybody.
But I mean, it's harder. At least don't leave it on your bed. If you've got no other choice, put your iPad in the safe as opposed to just leaving it on the nightstand.
That's a good point. Yeah. I guess of all of your options, it's perhaps the least egregious.
And what they should do, to be honest,
Yeah.
I mean, hotels need a lot more USB ports and charging, and outlets to begin with, but actually have a USB port in the safe that's powered so that you can charge your phone while you're locked, or your iPad while it's locked away.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I like that. Let's get on that Anchor or
Because
somebody.
we know that thing is, we know it's got power because you have to punch in a bunch of buttons to get into it. So
Damn straight.
yeah.
Hold on, I have to adjust my heating pad. Yeah, that's right. I have a heating pad on my back because I threw my back out.
Did you twinge it out shoveling snow or something?
No, I don't actually know how I did it. It's just so jacked right now. So that's why yesterday I was asking Twitter for like stretching ideas because I need to figure out a way to get rid of it. So I'm doing a lot of this. There you go. It's this one spot in my back that's been trouble since I was like a teenager. Just every once in a while, and I'm screwed. Anyway, that's all we have there. So now, this.
I don't watch the news.
Time for the news brought to you by
Want cool stuff? Head to the Frog Pants store at frogpants.com/store.
Yeah, we did. We had a good Black Friday, and the important thing about that Black Friday was we got rid of a ton of stuff and cleared it out because we're bringing new things in. So keep your eyes peeled for some new prints, some new shirts, some new mugs, some new everythings, some new stuff. We're kicking it off right in 2020 with some new smirch. Yeah, new is good. Brian, you're familiar with New Jersey, right?
Speaking of new, yes,
Yeah.
New Jersey, been there many times.
Yeah.
I like upstate New Jersey. I do a lot of work with folks in Long Beach Island for some reason.
Nice.
I have a bunch of clients all centered around Long Beach Island
Oh, weird.
because of word of mouth and stuff like that.
Are they the ones that are just across from where the trade centers were?
No.
No?
That would be what is that like? Not Newark. What is
Yeah, what's the straight across the water there? Is
that?
that
I don't know. Am I getting it wrong calling it upstate New Jersey? I'm thinking south. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Long Beach Island is south. Okay.
Oh, all right. Well, you don't
for
live
some
there.
reason I think of like Atlantic City. I think of Neptune. I think of or not Neptune. Yeah, Neptune, New Jersey. There's a Jupiter and there's a Neptune.
Really? They have names. They have cities named after Greek gods. That's awesome.
Manahawkin.
Or sorry, Roman gods. Don't
Uh,
correct me on that, everybody.
anyway.
All gods.
Yeah, so I'm familiar with. I'm familiar, but apparently less so than I thought I was with New Jersey.
It's fair enough. It's fair enough. Well, anyway, New Jersey Hospital. They don't give the. Oh, they give it a name. It's called the Virtua. Like kind of like racer or fighter.
Yeah, Virtua.
Virtua Our Lady of Lourdes Hospital. There's an E at the between the D and the
Right,
S.
right. Kind of like the Madonna's child spelling of Lourdes.
Sega's Virtua Our Lady of Lourdes. Anyway, it's a hospital in New Jersey. They're acknowledging a transplant mix-up, but this does have a fortunate ending. But anyway, it was a kidney transplant, and they mistakenly gave it to the wrong person. I always worry about this. If you're going in for something big like that, you know what they did for my eyes? When I had my cataract surgeries when I was 43 or whatever it was, they made me want to itch my eyes. Isn't that funny? Talking about my eyes. They made this big deal about marking the eye that was getting done. So it was a big old blue Sharpie on my eye mound up here that we talked about earlier.
Right, the eye mound, yes.
Just a big, big cross, so that they knew exactly which one. And then everywhere I went, to the nurse, to the anesthetist, how do you say their name? And as
Anesthetist.
Anesthetist. Anyway, they did the same thing and said, "It's your left eye, right?" And the nurse would say, "It's your left eye, right?" And the doctor, right before he started, "All right, we're doing the left eye, right?" Like they were so careful to make sure, even though there's a giant X there.
I would say we're doing the left eye, correct? I wouldn't confuse things by throwing the word right in there as well.
Oh, good point. Good point. But they
Affirmative? We were working on the left eye. Affirmative?
They just seemed really, really focused on making sure they didn't screw up and do the wrong eye, which I thought was interesting.
Because then you're going to reply right. And they're not
Yeah.
going to know, wait, is he telling us right as in right we're doing the left eye? Or right as in he's correcting us and telling us, no, we're doing the right eye.
Now, see, I hadn't thought of that, but I can't remember what they actually replied with, or what they asked with. I think they did try to avoid the word right. I think
yeah.
that's correct. Anyway, so anyways, these guys screwed up though. They didn't put the X on the right kidney hole.
Oops.
They are acknowledging the problem. The officials there say that in November, the 18th in particular, a 51-year-old patient underwent a successful kidney transplant. However, the organ was supposed to go to a priority patient that actually had the same name and was of similar age. This is like how I almost got Scott Johnson's hotel room at BlizzCon 2 years ago, where he was a Blizzard employee, and I almost got his room, and I wasn't supposed to get it. Anyway.
Nice.
It says, upon becoming aware of the error, Virtua voluntarily reported it to the Organ Procurement and Transplantation Network, and the New Jersey Department of Health Hospital says the second patient did receive a successful transplant 6 days later. Both patients are doing well. So it was only just a brief little goof up. Basically, it was just they got it. Somebody bumped in line is what happened, and got their kidney before the other guy was supposed to get his. So,
Wow.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry, we're going to have to take that back, sir, and put you back in line.
Yeah. I'm sorry that you're going to have to remove that kidney.
Yeah.
Take it back.
Give it back!
Would you do a kidney? What would you do a kidney? Would you give a kidney to somebody?
Of course.
Yeah. Who would they have to be for you to give your kidney? Your wife, your son?
Well, without a doubt, my wife, my son. I mean, if it's
What if
somebody I
What if
know,
it's crazy
and
neighbor Dave and you know he's just going to drink a ton after he gets it?
Well, I wouldn't give him my liver. You're just gonna waste it, Dave.
Yeah. Dave's just going to waste your liver.
No, I mean, I would absolutely give a kidney to Crazy Neighbor Dave. I'd give a kidney to. It would be hard for me to say no to anybody that I know, family or friend, who needed a kidney. I would 100% give them a kidney.
What if someone you've never met before but comes to visit with us in Vegas in March? What if somebody walked up to you and said, "Hey, I need your kidney"? Would you give that person your kidney?
Boy, it wouldn't be the first time that I nearly lost a kidney in Vegas, but woke up in a bath of ice with a note saying, "Get to the hospital."
Yeah.
I guess it really depends. I mean, is this somebody I've never talked to at all on the show before that probably just heard somebody, like through word of mouth, heard me say that I'd give a kidney to somebody I knew, and then found us in Vegas and then went up to me and said, "I'm a big fan. Can I have your kidney?"
Yeah, that would be harder, wouldn't it?
I'd have to. Can I go up and check go upstairs, get my iPad out of the safe, and check my email and see if we've ever had any communication before, please?
Yeah. Can I make sure you're just not here for my kidney and that's all you're here for? What if it was TVZ Gun? What if it was TVZ Gun and he said, I got you all this record shit. Give me your kidney. What would he do? What would you do?
If he needed it, if it was a life-saving situation, I would totally do it.
All right. There you go. Yeah. You got that, TVZ Gun?
you can abuse the hell out of your kidney because you know you got a spare.
Yep.
Well, I think there has to be some sort of match. Don't you have to do the same thing like you do with blood types? With I think
matches do matter. I think they do matter. I'm not 100% sure. I know it matters more with certain organs than it does others, but I'm pretty sure you still have to try to aim for some sort of matching, or else your body will just reject it. And then if you reject it, it's not like you're going to get it back. It's not like they go, well, his body rejected it. Hey, Brian, you want your kidney back? They don't do it that way.
IMAChead says it's even more specific than blood. See, I didn't know that.
Oh, I didn't either. I would have thought it was more general than blood. Interesting.
Right. Yeah. So, wow.
All right. Rub your bum on the kidney before. Nice callback. Nice callback. Good job.
Yes.
All right. Anyway, it's all good. They have their kidneys. Everyone's good. The hospital's sort of scrambling to.
Oh, it's funny you bring up TVZ Gun because he was informed by his older sister that she has dibs on his spare kidney because she lost one due to her birth defect. So
well, then forget it.
There's actually kidney trade issues already going on. There's a kidney monopoly game going on already in the TVZ Gun family that I'm not going to be part of.
Well, there you go. That's what you get. Well, maybe if he ends up with just one and then that one goes south, he may still need you for the one.
All right,
kidney.
so let me ask you: would you give a kidney to Brian Dunaway if he needed one?
Yes, I'd give Dunaway a kidney. I'd give you a kidney. I'd give him a kidney. I'd give just about everybody I work with. I'd give a kidney. I think I would. Sure. I'm trying to think of anybody I wouldn't. I know someone I used to work with that I wouldn't give a kidney to.
Gosh, wonder.
That could be. There's a few. There's a few. No.
The tweets.
That could be 5. That could be 3 or 4 people. It's not. There's no one in particular.
I don't think you'd give a kidney to any of those 3 or 4 people.
No, I wouldn't. So they all.
Free Hotel Room asks, what about actually Free Hotel Room himself hasn't asked, but other people have asked, what about Free Hotel Room? Would we give a kidney to Free Hotel Room?
I don't think mine wouldn't be a match because mine's not dark and sarcastic enough. My kidneys. his kidneys, he needs a kidney that'll match, which has got to be just like a cranky kidney. It's got to be like a pissed off kidney. That's just it needs to be a nitpicky kidney. Nitpicky kidney. Yeah, that's how that goes. Is there a Patreon level?
Free Hotel Room. We kidney.
Yeah, we kidney. We kidney. We're just kidners.
We're just kidneys.
All right.
Greg for Walkman says, I gave you a Walkman. Can I have your kidney?
It's a hell of a trade, Greg. It's a hell of a trade.
Love it.
All right. How about this one? Pennsylvania woman caught urinating on produce in Walmart. That's pretty good.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
good.
This is a good story.
You could have started the headline with Pennsylvania woman caught urinating on produce in,
And then you just
and I would have been able to finish that
Yeah.
with
Yeah,
either Florida or Walmart.
yeah, you would have succeeded at that trivia for sure.
Is this a Florida Walmart?
No,
No,
this is
it's a
Pennsylvania.
Walmart.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
where all the vampires are. It says here, this year has brought about a number of social media challenges, that's in quotes, involving individuals recording themselves doing strange and oftentimes gross things, putting it on social media for the world to see, and it spreads worldwide. So, a few months back, there was a thing where people was involving using a vacuum to create an airtight seal around the body. I've seen videos of this.
Yeah.
They say that this could lead to dangerous health outcomes. What would happen there? If it's just a bag and you're sucking the air out and it's not your face.
I think if you don't do it right, if you really are dumb about the way you do it, then suffocation is probably possible.
I guess that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you keep your head out of there, you should be fine. You just keep your head out of there.
No.
Says here, anyway, there's a few of those. So now we got a new one. We're taking it to the public realm with a new extreme, urinating on grocery store items. 2 new reports published Tuesday hold that 2 individuals were found to have urinated on food products at a Walmart. The first case per what? It doesn't say. Involved a woman in West Mifflin, Pennsylvania. Dunder Mifflin.
West Mifflin.
Yeah.
there's really a Mifflin.
But there's
Well, at least
Scranton,
a West Mifflin.
Yeah, there's a Scranton. So in Scranton, the company's Dunder Mifflin. I wonder if they pulled the name from the actual town. That's interesting.
It wouldn't surprise me.
It says here she urinated on potatoes, like you do. Those are the one thing you're going to urinate on. If you're going to pick something to urinate on, you do it on a potato. A store employee reportedly saw the incident. Who's calling me? Cancel. Saw the incident and immediately sanitized the area, ate the potato, and removed all affected products. Just kidding. I made up the ate the potato.
Okay. What?
Yeah, I made that part up. Anyway, they don't know when it took place. Authorities are currently trying to track down that woman. In Texas, reports this also. Officials are investigating a video that surfaced on social media of a teen urinating on a shelf in a Walmart store, likely after attempting to steal a case of beer. Well, that might be a different reason for peeing on stuff. Mm-hmm. Anyway, while many can be aware of while many may be aware that everyone's urine is sterile to themselves, is that true? Hence why people like. Why did they read it like this? Hence why people can drink it.
Why people can drink it.
Like, Hoback Herald, you're bad at this.
I think this is what happens when you dictate your news article using Siri.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. Says, while this trend is yet to be reach its viral status, well, they're sure helping this along, aren't they? Oh, I get it. Nice.
Yeah.
I'm not sure they did though, because they're.
I don't think they meant to do that.
No, I don't think they meant it. Says the world. But if it does, it would create major health concerns. In the meantime, it might be wise to wash all your produce you get from the store. Oh, so that's what the story's about. Is let's freak out about 2 examples. One where it wasn't even on the food; it was on the shelf. And now let's call it viral. And go ahead and be paranoid and wash all your food all the time. This article is irresponsible. I'm just going to put it out there.
Very irresponsible.
Yeah.
By the way, another report just came in another Walmart that a mariner is over in the floral department peeing on plants.
Well, he does it to survive. It's different.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay.
He's trying to find the dry land. It's not his fault. Prince Charles. Is the one with the big ears and was married to Princess Diana before she died.
And before they divorced and he married.
Oh right, he was having an affair. I forgot about
Ludwilla,
that.
or whatever.
Yeah, Ludwilla the Gross. Prince Charles, who he was a cheatery guy, wasn't he? He was pretty cheatery.
He was. That was what was inferred
by the split. Right?
By the split, yes.
Yeah, one would assume that is probably somewhat correct. Anyway, he's planning on several boots to the royal family. He wants to kick people out of the royal family when he becomes king. And he's doing this in the wake of the Prince Andrew scandal, which is that Prince Andrew has a habit of doing it with underage girls. part of that Epstein deal. Anyway,
Jeez.
Prince Charles has long been reported to want to reduce the monarchy to a core group consisting of just his own family, their wives, and their children. When the Queen dies and he becomes king, that would be his mother. When mom dies, I want to take over. They don't care about Philip because Philip's got no real power.
Right.
His brother Andrew's crisis over his friendship with pedophile, or as they say in Britain, pedophile. Look how they spell it.
Pedophile.
Yeah, they say pedo, but they spell it P-A-E.
But they spelled a whole bunch of extra vowels in there.
So weird. So weird anyway. Pedophile Jeffrey Epstein has made Charles' plan make his plan more of a reality, according to the Daily Star. Virginia Roberts, now Virginia Guffrey, age 36, who claimed she had sex with Andrew on 3 occasions when she was 17, is expected to reveal more details about her time with him. Prince Andrew has always categorically denied any wrongdoing and has condemned Epstein. Also, if you watch that interview he did for the BBC, it is ridiculous, and I can't believe he even. I mean, oh my gosh, it was so ridiculous. He was so weird. He was so weird.
Yes.
The royal family's weird. We don't need them anymore.
Completely weird.
I understand. It's tradition. I get it. You look at the Queen and go, she's been around for a while. We got that great show on Netflix. That's fine.
She's the royal tiebreaker, Scott. We need the royal tiebreaker.
That's a change. Get a better idea. You need a better plan because the royals are dumb. It's dumb.
Yes. By the way, should I say Camilla Parker Bowles so we can avoid one email from Free Hotel Room?
Yes.
Camilla Jessica Parker Bowles.
Yes. He's even in the chat. Has he corrected us yet?
He is. He has not. I'm surprised. I think he might have left in a huff after we talked about kidneys.
When he found out ours were not sarcastic enough of a match for his.
Right.
He bolted out of here. Yeah, they do generate tourism. I understand, but they're really just worthless. Just money-having bags of garbage. Just sitting around going, hey, well, what do you think there, William? You find today's day very boring? Like, what do they do? They don't do anything.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Listen, we've got our Kardashians. They've got their royals.
Yeah. And
You tell me which is worse.
Kardashians. I'm saying Kardashians. I'll say that word.
So yeah, I'm gonna say Kardashians.
Final story: Baby Yoda is trending higher on social media than the Democratic candidates. Here, I'll play this because we're talking about it.
Going to the candidates debate.
They're just not very popular compared to Baby Yoda. Baby Yoda for president? Well, the cute little character from Disney Plus's show The Mandalorian is driving almost twice as many average social media interactions on news stories as the 2020 Democratic candidates, according to a report. That's from Axios. The data provided by Axios social media analytics company NewsWhip. Oh, I almost swallowed my tongue on that. Also include interactions with news stories, not memes, GIFs, and other content. Not memes. What does that mean?
I don't know. With news stories, not memes. Oh, not memes, GIFs, and other content. So it doesn't include all the memes and GIFs about Baby Yoda. So this is even not counting that.
Gotcha. Okay. Baby Yoda averages 1,671 social interactions per story, compared to 850 for Bernie Sanders, 839 for Joe Biden, and 600 for Pete Buttigieg.
Buttigieg.
Yep. If you're talking pure numbers, by the way, if of all the group I want to win, it's him I want to win. Have I mentioned that? I like Pete.
Yeah, I do too. I like
He's all right.
Pete.
Mm-hmm. If you're talking pure numbers, Baby Yoda has seen 2.28 million social media interactions on news stories since November 12th when The Mandalorian on Disney Plus premiered. In that same time period, Biden has seen 8 million. Sanders has seen 2.9 million, and Elizabeth Warren has seen 2.5 million. Baby Yoda hasn't had nearly as many stories written about it as the candidates. Baby Yoda is doing well. One artist created a form of Jabba the Hutt and dubbed it Baby Jabba. Not quite the same, eh? Anyway, point being, Baby Yoda. It's a real hit.
Wow.
People are into the Baby Yoda now. You know?
Has somebody already done a Baby Yoda, Baby Shark version with Baby Yoda?
No.
Yes. I think so. Hold on, actually. Baby Shark Yoda. I thought I saw something on Twitter. Let me look. Guarantee it's been done.
It has to have been.
That's not helpful. How about the web? Baby Shark, but it's Yoda singing? That's not the same, is it?
Shark baby, baby, baby.
They get it, they have to do it backwards.
Right, yeah, that's exactly.
Well, this kid, oh, that just made me think. Will the Baby Yoda kid, when it grows up, does it have to speak that way? In the common tongue? Or can it talk a different way?
Probably. I mean, or is it learned behavior, or is it
I don't know.
Nope, that song's not Baby Shark. Oh, baby Yoda loves Baby Shark.
Okay, there's a baby. Well, people are finding all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, no, there's no
Baby Shark, do 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 do, as Dunaway would say.
Yep.
All right.
What was I gonna say about that?
I don't know.
Something about Baby Yoda, which I can't wait till we've actually got a real name we can use, because
Right.
it's not Yoda.
It's not Yoda. What would it be? Let's give him a name. What do you want to name him? Peanut.
Well, it's tough because I mean, all right, we've had Yoda, we've had Yaddle, so we know that race is required to begin their names with a Y.
Yeah.
And have a D in the middle or a pair of D's.
Yeardley.
Yeardley?
Yeardley. Like Yeardley Smith.
Sure, Yeardley. Okay.
Yeardley.
Sure.
Or
Yeardley.
Yin
Yodel.
Yang.
Yodel. Yodel is pretty good.
Yodel.
I like, actually.
Yoshi.
Yoshi. Yada yada.
Yeah, Yoshi is a great idea. Do it. Just take.
No D in there.
Yeah.
Yodelorian.
Load the Yodelorian.
That's pretty good.
Someone must have said that before. That can't be new. There's no way.
No.
Little Yoda is Yiddle. It sounds Jewish or something.
Yiddle, but so did Yaddle.
That's true. They all, even Yoda does, kind of.
Kind of, yeah.
Yodelorian's pretty good. Yeah, I don't know what to call him.
Anyway.
Yeah. Little Dick.
So what Little Dick?
That's what Lon makes in the chat. Wants to call him Little Dick.
Little Dick. Sure.
Okay, sure.
Jeez.
All right. We've gone there, have we? YOLO. We're not calling him YOLO.
YOLO. Yentl.
Yeah, Yentl. Give him a bigger. He needs a bigger nose to be Yentl, though.
He's a great.
That's why she's such a good singer. It's her nose. You know that.
That's right. That totally is why. Yeah.
You can't have work done on that nose because that's your meal ticket.
Would you give a kidney to Yoda? To Baby Yoda?
No, I would not. I would know that he was a puppet and therefore had no working.
No use for a kidney.
Yeah, no working bladder system.
Fair enough.
Speaking of bladder systems that work, we're going to take a break. When we come back, Bill will be here. Then Jury. We got a big cool thing going on with Jury today, so we're excited about that. So stick around, but we need a song before we do. What do we got?
Shane Maddox says it's actually pronounced the asset.
Oh, the asset. We understand it is a difficult proposition. Anyway,
that's very good.
I'm working on it.
All right. Oh, there we go. Somebody does have a Baby Yoda, Baby Shark parody. Hold on.
All right.
Gotta.
Knew it would happen, right?
Oh God, it's horrible. JC Calhoun posted a link to it in the chat room.
I'm gonna play it.
Yoda, Mommy Yoda, do 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 do, Mommy Yoda, do 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 do.
That makes me want to die.
Yeah.
That's horrendous.
Also, good to see that you've managed to keep your Casio in good working shape all these years.
Yeah, good job there, bud.
Mommy Yoda, do 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 do, Mommy Yoda.
Why does he keep saying Bobby?
I don't know why he's saying Bobby.
Say baby.
Bobby Yoda. Bobby.
Oh. That Jedi ain't right. Anyway.
Okay, let's cleanse our palate with this. Sam Fender is a British performer. Brand new album is called Hypersonic Missiles. This actually came out in September, but he's released or pushing a new single from it, which is called Saturday. And this song is for anybody who just wants it to be the weekend already and just is tired of this week. It's only Tuesday and they're just tired of this week taking so long to get to Saturday. The video is great because it's got Matt King, who is Super Hans and Peep Show comedian, as kind of like the British Crazy Dave. Like he's kind of the crazy neighbor running around London, the British version of it. So
nice.
Totally great. Anyway, the performer's name is Sam Fender. Here is the new single, Saturday.
You were at the casino all day yesterday?
Yeah, none of your business.
I was just wondering how it went.
Went good.
Did you win?
So-so.
That's good.
Yeah.
I'm happy you had fun.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun.
Well, that's good.
Okay, now get the hell out of here.
I've had over 40 pizzas in the last 30 days.
The morning stream. It's like this show that you're listening to right now, but better.
All right, we're back, everybody. Welcome back to the show. We are...
Where did that come from, by the way? That
the old lady?
that interchange? Yes.
So it's this old
Is
lady.
it really an old lady that?
Oh yeah, totally.
She's
She's
doing an old lady impersonation.
she's
Okay, 'cause it's
legit
very
old
good.
lady, and she's very funny. And it's her and her grandson. It's her grandson who does the account, but it's a TikTok account that this guy runs where he just interacts with his grandma. And she's got to be like 90. She's 90 plus or something. But she's adorable, and he does not get to give her any crap. She is like always the what's the word I'm looking for? She is the one that rules the roost.
Gotcha. She wears the pants.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And there's no getting around that, and it's hilarious. And he's super sweet with her. He's always taking her places and stuff, and she is just a crank. But
that's awesome.
I really enjoy it. Anyway, so I captured that. All right, let's find Bill in the forest of making things and see what he wants to do today. Well, hello, Carter. What are you doing home? Oh, we have day off. Okay. Sorry, my daughter just walked in. And
What are you doing here?
What are you doing here? How weird. All right, let's play this.
But Bill just isn't thinking about danger.
Nope, he's thinking about rad stuff to make in his cool shop and ideas for you at home to make your own cool stuff. It's Bill Duran, everybody. Hello, Bill.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, guys.
How are you this week?
Hello.
I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah?
Finished a project last week, put a new video out. Always a good time.
Yeah.
sure.
How did your
And,
how'd your Thanksgiving go? Everything go okay?
Yeah, it was super duper chill. Got to go hang out with my friends and my brother and his kids and his wife, and it was super chill.
That's pretty
We
awesome.
made a turkey, and I ate a lot of stuffing, and then the next day I bought more stovetop stuffing, and I ate more stuffing.
Stuffing is
Yeah.
it's manna from the gods, man. I freaking love stuffing so much.
It is.
Me
I
too. I
actually-
could leave all of it. The stuffing is the only thing I need.
Yeah.
I actually remade the stuffing that I made on Thanksgiving because Tina got another turkey for Tristan's replacement Thanksgiving, and remade that challah bread stuffing that I made on Thanksgiving.
Nice.
It's funny. It's basically soggy bread. You cook soggy bread.
Uh-huh.
It's kind of what it is.
That is,
Yeah.
that sounds about right. And I'm into soggy bread, it turns out.
I'm in. Me
Yeah,
too.
Yeah, no problem. Well, all right. Well, tell us what you brought today. You say you finished a project. Are we going to talk about that? What is it?
I did, yes. So it's no secret I do love me some Skyrim, and about 7 years ago, I made a dagger from Skyrim. I made Mehrunes Razor, legendary dagger, and someone hired me to make it. So, stranger on the internet said, "Hey, I'll throw some money at you if you make this dagger from Skyrim." So I did, and I wasn't going to make a mold of it. See, if I made a silicone mold of it, I could make more copies. But I just wanted it to be done and out the door. But Brittany said, "You should make a mold of it. You might want one."
Yeah.
So I did. And then I never made one for myself.
I remember
This is
this. I remember back when you were doing it. And so this is all super familiar to me. Oh, look, yeah, this I totally remember the first one you did. So this is from the
Yeah.
mold of that you're now making this new one from.
Yeah. So I made that silicone mold, and I cast quite a few copies. I sold some. Never made one for myself. But Britt recently noticed that the mold was falling apart. Over time and over uses, the heat from the casting can pull moisture out of the silicone, making it brittle, and it'll rip. So eventually the mold is just no good anymore. But before that happened, Brittany got at least one decent good casting out of it. And that is what I finally finished and painted up for myself.
Nice.
Now, can you use that casting, though, just to make a new mold?
I could if I wanted to, but now that I have one of my own, I don't need any more.
You don't need it. Okay,
But
cool.
you're right. That's
Yeah,
exactly
look at this
right.
thing. It's amazing. And it's funny, even with the imperfections. I mean, I guess there's some imperfections on the handle and on the ball at the end of the handle, but man, there's still like the nicks and things on the side of the blade are really cool, really sharp. Yeah, this thing looks great.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
it's pretty cool. Like I don't usually go back and work on old projects. Usually when a project is done, I don't go back to it very often. Yeah. So this was a rare opportunity to kind of critique the work I did in 2012. And you know what? I did okay. There are plenty of things I would do differently now if I was building this from scratch now. But I'm still pretty proud of this one. And it felt really good to finally finish it up.
Yeah. I always liked when you did Skyrim stuff. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of cosplay legacy there for you as well. Your famous stink bag always had Draugr stuff in there, which is perfect because Draugrs are gross.
Oh yeah.
But I was thinking about you the other day because I've been playing a little bit of ESO. I like Elder Scrolls Online quite a bit, and they once in a while will, some epic weapon will drop, and I'll think, "Ooh, Bill should make that weapon. Ooh, Bill should make this weapon," and then I started thinking about Elder Scrolls 6 and if it's ever going to happen. And then I thought, it doesn't matter because Bill will make something cool when that comes out. For some reason I associate you with Elder Scrolls. It's just how it is.
Right. It's probably because I've made so many things from Skyrim. Yeah. I mean, I made the steel armor. I made the Draugr armor. I made just daggers. Since I just finished this dagger, I have 5 or 6 Skyrim daggers in my collection. Like, I just
can't get enough. Can't get enough of those daggers. Yeah. It's cool too that it seems like in terms of your fandom meeting your makership is kind of Skyrim released till today, right? Like that's the range. It was like 2010, 2011 when you really started to kick off.
Absolutely. Yeah. It was kind of the thing I really cut my teeth on.
Yeah.
And there's still so many things I want to make.
Right.
I want to make the glass mace really bad.
Oh man. Dude.
I remember I downloaded a something from Skyrim to do a 3D print of, and I don't know if it was the fumes or whatever, but I was in the room while it was printing, and I must have blacked out, and I woke up and I was in the back of some cart, and some guys going, "Oh, you're finally awake."
Yeah, I had a similar thing. I was looking through the closet in the back of my shop, and I ended up in the Blackreach. Weird.
Oh, weird. How weird that happens. Yeah, that's that one game.
I used to be a prop maker like you.
And I took an arrow to the
Exactly. Yeah, that's really great.
Oh, perfect.
I wish Brian. We've talked before about how Skyrim just didn't do it for Brian.
It didn't click for me. Yeah.
And it clicked for me in a way that was profound. Like
me too.
Changed me as a as a fantasy fan. It's just something about it, which is ironic because they're the least. It's the property with the least amount of books in the game. There's tons of books, but like a book I could go buy and play or read, they just don't do it. Yeah. Like it's all game lore. But when I get into that space and I see these weapons and I see, it's just my cut of dark fantasy, and I love it. Love it.
What's funny is I tried playing when they came out, Oblivion and Morrowind, and I couldn't get into those. But Skyrim captivated me from the onset.
There was something about it. I agree. I don't know what it was. A combination of the systems and the music and the setting and the just something about it. They just really nailed it. And I hope, like whatever 6 is years from now, because there's no way they're even close to that. I hope it lives up to even a part of that. But anyway, it's very cool. You guys should go get this or watch this video. You can see its creation in its entirety. And
we did a lot of fun stuff with that. I added some additional texture to it, which I thought was a fun little way to kind of spruce it up a little bit compared to the first iteration. And then I painted it pretty simply using just my airbrush and some model paints. Not too complicated.
Nice. I want one, but you're done. You're not making any more of these. This is it.
Correct.
Okay, fair enough.
There are some out in the world. I don't know if people want to sell them or whatever, but there's some out there.
Well, I know that Ibbot and I are in your will, so just,
That's right.
Just get us taken
care of. Have all the Skyrim stuff.
Yeah. Take care of us.
I'm being buried in that Draugr armor, though.
I want to go to your wake now. I want to go to the open casket wake. That'd be amazing.
Yep.
Oh, Bill, I'm sure going to miss him, but boy, that stink bag. Woo. That's what it should be. The Draugr should be holding a sword with the left hand. The other hand should come up holding your stink bag closely to your chest. Yeah, that's how it should go.
And they say some days when you walk through the graveyard, you can still smell that stink bag.
You'll become an urban legend. All right, this is good stuff. Any bonus links for us today? Anything you got?
Yeah, I got a fun recommendation here. My friend Laura over in Germany made a fun little video. Short video, she took her Leatherman and removed the screwdriver from it and replaced it with a replaceable X-Acto blade mount.
When you remove the screwdriver from a Leatherman, does it become a leather woman?
Yeah.
Nice.
So,
thank you. I'll be here all week.
Yeah, that's
very
good.
good.
It's good stuff. Oh yeah, look at that. So wait a minute. Does it retract and?
Yeah, so it still folds in like a Swiss Army knife, but instead of having a normal fixed blade, you can replace the blades when they wear out.
That's a great idea. Oh, I like the intro. I like this creative use of titles. This is good.
Yeah, she does a great job with just visual storytelling. Really, really fun. Excuse me, fun.
This is really good. Okay, so why doesn't this makes me think that Leatherman should just have these in there? Why aren't they doing?
I wonder. I don't know.
Those dumbasses.
Got me. They could make the Laura Kampf version of the Leatherman.
She even wrote "oops" on her Band-Aid. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything's got words on it.
Yep.
Okay, she's delightful. I
She
like
really
her
is,
already.
yeah.
Well, there you go, everybody. Bill Duran is always over at punishprops.com. And, of course, his YouTube channel can be just as easily found on YouTube. Go check it out, subscribe, support it. It's awesome. And Chimbeard on Twitter. Anything else you want to mention?
No, sir.
Have
Take
a
care, guys.
fantastic week. Bye.
See ya.
The week.
I thought for sure he was going to talk about the Baby Yoda 3D print that he retweeted.
Oh, I didn't know
where
that
the person who created it says, just buy a toy for a child who needs one in place of sending me any money. And it's kind of cool. It's made kind of to look like the old Star Wars figures, like with that type of articulation, so you can print it.
That's super
and add
cool.
it to your collection. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's
Yeah.
a lot of pieces to print though, so I don't know if I'm going to do it. I think I might, but we'll
You
see.
might. You're up to the challenge. You'll do it. Why won't you? Sure,
Maybe.
You will.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. You'll do it, and then you'll send it to me with your with all your good feelings and good hopes.
With my glowing yellow Millennium Falcon and.
Yeah. What happened to your? Oh yeah, that's the pee-pee looking one. Where's the red one? Did it turn out?
That one's upstairs. Yeah, that one's upstairs on the kitchen counter.
That's pretty good. That's a perfect place
That's
for
a
it.
show-off piece.
Yeah,
Yep.
I like it. All right, I'm gonna play this now. So get excited, everybody.
These are their stories.
Oh, I'm terrible with names.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. A very dapper looking. Wait, I got to get this screen right here so that I see.
Yeah, get him on camera. Holy cow!
Wow, a dapper looking Justin Robert Young. Wait, what is that? If I were 21, I'd vote for Kennedy. Wow.
Yeah.
Justin.
These are both vintage. These are both from 1960.
Oh, really?
Yeah. If I were 21, I'd vote for Kennedy pin, and then I got a Nixon. I'm for Nixon and Lodge pin.
Wow.
Oh, nice.
Wow, that's amazing. Now you might ask yourselves at home, why? What's the deal? Well, we can get to that. We'll get to that.
Sure.
I'm excited because Justin's got a brand new project, and I've heard it. Brian's heard it. It's very good.
It's very good.
It took me forever to listen, partially because I'm busy, but partially because, I'll admit it. There's a little part of me that's like, oh, I really like Justin. He's like a good friend of mine. What if I listen to it and I don't like it? What am I going to say to him?
It took me a while to listen to it because I couldn't figure out which episode was first.
Okay, you want to know what? I went back and I looked at the titles, and they all have numbers on them, and it didn't have the grammatical error that you accused me of.
Really?
For the
would you
record.
like a screenshot?
Now maybe no, they might have gotten added when they went into the RSS feed, but the Dropbox link that I provided everybody had all the things that were there, and I listed it in the email for the record.
I've got the this is from the RSS feed.
All right, then whatever.
Well, anyway, the point is,
you try to. No good deed goes
no
on.
good deed.
I love you, Jerry.
So
Jesus F. Christ.
I went into this with that worry because because I can't lie to him. If I didn't like it, I was going to have to tell him, and I don't like that. I was dreading it, not because I was convinced it wasn't going to be good. I was sure it was going to be good. I didn't think it was going to be this good. Like legit, all friendships aside, it's very good, and it turns out to be right up my wheelhouse because I love historical podcast stuff. I love it. It's my one of my favorite genres. So if people are out there like, well, give me an example. I mean, Serial's a good example structure-wise, but I would actually put this closer to something like, what's the one they did about Clinton and then later about the impeachment of Nixon?
Slow Burn.
Slow Burn. It reminded me of Slow Burn, not because it's just like Slow Burn, but because it's that kind of content. And I love that stuff. So I heard this and went, oh, shit. 2 good things about this. One, it's awesome, and I'm going to be a listener of a show a friend makes, and not just because he's my friend. And 2, I don't have to tell him I didn't like it. I can tell him I really liked it. So that was good for me.
Although you milked it, jeez. I mean, yesterday we have to do America's Next Top Podcaster.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so we're on a bunch of group chats, for that, so we can like talk to each other and make sure everybody's on the same page.
Right.
And so we're doing that, and I only see just Scott Johnson for all these things, right? Whether it's the direct one to me or to the group chat.
Yeah.
So I just get this from Scott. Let me see if I can find.
No.
Just
I can't remember what I said. It's probably dumb.
Oh man.
Oh, here it is.
Okay.
I have it. Do you want me to read it?
Yeah, you go ahead.
Okay. It said, hold on, I gotta back it up because I talked a lot.
I know, yeah. Oh no, here, I got it. Here.
Okay.
Dude. That's the whole text message.
Yeah. And then the next
Then
one was dude.
All right. Then another text message separate from dude and dude, trying to form the right words here.
And then he
Now,
says, spit it out, Johnson. Spit it out, Johnson. It's pretty good.
Because by the way, I'm not here. Like I don't want to push my friends to listen to the show.
All right, I get it. I totally get it.
I do my best. I try to spell things correctly, label them appropriately, and I give them to my friends, and I just say, look, it would mean a lot if you could listen, but obviously everybody's working on their own schedule, and I don't want to encroach because I wouldn't want somebody to encroach on my time.
Yeah.
So
sure.
I don't want to bother Scott, but I know in my head, I'm like, this is all stuff that Scott likes. I know that Scott will like this.
Yeah.
I will be shocked if Scott likes this, or does not like this. And I don't know whether he's talking about the America's Next Top Podcaster thing, but then I say, spit it out, Johnson. I get another dude.
Yeah.
Dude.
I did.
And then
said dude again.
the show is really good, which is all I really wanted in life.
Yeah. And then I said, like, really good. I'm blown away. And I mean it. It's that good. I really, really like it. Now, we have a trailer we're going to play today. We have links for people to go to. We have all of that for the big launch. But before we do that, I need your summation of what I have a clip I have to play. We actually played it at the top of the show.
Yes.
Do you have some setup for the clip we're going to play?
I do have some setup.
Kimmel.
Oh, yeah, we could totally Kimmel this. So I'm going to play this Joe Biden thing I played at the top of the show.
Sure.
And I want you to interpret this because I now no longer think Joe Biden should be anywhere near a presidency. Well, who knows? I don't know. Here it is. I'm going to play it.
And by the way, I sit on the stand, and it get hot. I got hairy legs that turn turn blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight, and then watch the hair come back up again. They'd look at it. So I learned about roaches. I learned about kids jumping on my lap. And I've loved kids jumping on my lap.
All right. So quite the
Wow.
Look at Justin's face. It says it all. It's just like, what? What are you going to do? It's just Joe Biden. This is the guy you're going to get. He's so weird. Like,
wait, is there a question?
I just want to know I guess I'm saying, what do you think of Joe Biden? Let's make it general. Like after that, and after every other dumb little old grandpa thing he says that's slightly inappropriate, or him biting his wife's finger.
Okay, I mean, number one, on the grand scale of things that randomly pop out of Joe Biden's mouth, at least this one wasn't casually racist. Like, this doesn't even crack the top. This will be forgotten within a week, the hairy legs thing. The funniest thing about the hairy legs thing is that somebody did a hilarious cartoon about it.
Yeah.
But no, that quote, I mean, look, folks, look, he's Joe Biden. That's what he does. He rambles incoherently. Again, okay. Barack Obama,
Yeah.
his boss for 8 years,
Yeah.
sat him down with his campaign staff and explained to him why he wasn't going to win the presidency.
Okay.
He showed him all the polls. And by the way, this came out after Joe Biden ran this time, because one of the central questions was always going to be, why didn't he run, or why, what role did Obama play in convincing him to not run against Hillary Clinton in 2016 when he was the natural person to run? Usually the vice president of a popular two-term president at least runs, if not is the prohibitive favorite to win.
Right. I wondered that too at the time.
So no, that this is the New York Times. The New York Times wrote about this, and it is my suspicion that it was heavily sourced by Biden folks, if not Biden himself. And it explains why there was hesitation, and this is part of the reason why. Joe just rambles. He's a rambling guy, and in the Senate, that's fine, because really the worth of a senator is to get elected in your home state over and over and over again, and to make deals behind the scenes. He is tremendously flexible when it comes to making deals. He enjoys making deals. He enjoys being in that position of power. He's the only reason why anything got done in the Senate when Obama was president, because Obama had a very contentious relationship with Congress and vice versa.
Right.
And that's who he is. So, it has consistently been the reason why I don't believe he is going to be the nominee. I don't think that Joe Biden is a good presidential candidate. I think there's a reason why he's never made it past Iowa in either of the 2 times that he ran. But to give you context, him rambling about hairy legs and cockroaches and kids in his lap is not as bad as him ripping something off, which is what ended his presidential campaign in the 80s. And it's not as bad as him saying that Obama was clean and nice, or that every time he goes into a Dunkin' Donuts, the first thing he sees is an Indian person, which is what ended his campaign in 2008.
I forgot about that. All right. Well, then it's just him being him.
Well, yeah, it's him biting the wife's finger is I think funnier than it is serious, because in the video it looks playful, but in the still frame it is just the funniest thing you've ever seen in your entire life, because he has his weird half closed eyes and
he's like my finger.
Totally.
I don't like it. It really makes me feel uncomfortable. But yeah, I
well, that is the problem, is that he is really old.
Yeah.
And so it's like, if he were rambling like this, but he were 60, it would come off, and did come off for him, different than it does now that he is 10 years older than that.
Yeah.
And,
I mean, he's near 80, right? Isn't he like 78 or
Yeah.
something? That's too old.
Yeah.
We can't do that. That's too old. And I know Bernie's right there too, or close, right?
Yeah, I mean, the 3 top candidates right now are all over 70.
Wait a minute. Who's the third?
Elizabeth
Warren.
Warren.
Yeah. Yeah, put Pete in there. We need Pete. We need Pete boot edge. That's who we need. All right.
Yeah, I mean, that'll be a controversial one with the progressive crowd, because they have. It's funny because the progressive crowd has now coalesced around Pete hate. Biden hate is kind of out.
Yeah.
Pete hate is in.
No, that's yeah.
That's too bad.
Well, I mean, everyone. I would.
It's tall poppy syndrome. It's
I'd vote for a turd over what we have in now, and so of all these guys, he just seems the least turdish. I don't know why. It's just me. It may just be me. But
I think the thing is, for Pete, number one, the reason why he's surging in Iowa, New Hampshire, and even to a certain extent in the national polls, although nowhere near where Biden is, largely because of name recognition, is because he is a moderate who is young, and we are in an age where we forgive lack of experience a lot. We are in a mood now where we want people outside of government in federal government. And obviously that's part of the reason why Trump got elected. But that's also kind of the origin story of somebody like Pete Buttigieg or Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, is that there is fresh energy outside of the system that we need to bring in.
I gotcha. I just don't know that they get elected. I don't know. We'll see. I like butt edge. All right. Boot edge. All right. We're going to now move on to the real party here. The fun, the good stuff.
Yeah.
How do you want to do this? Do you want to play the thing first? Do you want to describe what we're doing? Like, how do you want to do this? It's your call.
Let's play the clip first,
Okay.
the trailer first, and then we can go from there and we'll figure it out.
All right. So, chat room, I'm putting some art up for you to look at. There it is. I'm now going to play this. And when we come back, we'll learn all about what it is and what's going on. Here you go.
Richard Nixon and John F. Kennedy. Real quick, which one of them is more like our current president, Donald Trump? Keep that answer to yourself for a second. Did you know that Richard Nixon ran against John F. Kennedy for the presidency in 1960? You know, for an election pitting two of the most famous names in presidential history against each other, there's not a lot of talk about it. Not as much written about it as you'd certainly expect. In fact, what most people know, if anything, about that election is the fact that they were in the first televised presidential debate. It's a really interesting one, though. It pits a member of a popular two-term president's cabinet against an outsider running without permission. Both feature an unheard-of use of new media, and both end with the losing side screaming to anyone who will listen that the election turned on the help of nefarious outside sources. Sound familiar? What if I told you that Trump's team knew all about the 1960 election? What if I told you that they worked hard to cultivate a Kennedy-esque mystique around their candidate? What if I told you that this is something that was put into motion the moment Trump announced his candidacy? Here's something about the first televised debate that you might not know. At the end of Kennedy's opening statement, he punctuates his big introduction with his slogan, "Get America Moving Again." So I'm going to ask you again, but this time I'll qualify it. As a candidate, who is Trump more like? Kennedy or Nixon? 2016 is an election no one saw coming, but what if we were looking in the wrong direction? What if the only way to understand the biggest upset in presidential history is to find the time it happened before? That's what we're going to do here. But unlike 2016, as we are in the 60th anniversary of the 1960 election, we know all the dirty details. Hospitalizations, double crosses, blood feuds birthed and dirty tricks played, celebrity glitz, mistresses, and booze-soaked politics the way it used to be. Amongst it all, an origin story to some of the most iconic figures American politics has ever seen, including the moment that Richard Nixon is told that somebody stole personal information about him that could capsize his career with only hours before Election Day. For everyone else, it's just old news. And old news dies and becomes history. But on this podcast, oh yeah, we raise the dead. Raise the Dead is available now on all podcasting platforms. Get the entire series, including a bonus episode in audiobook or ebook form from our website, raisethedeadpodcast.com.
I believe we can get this country moving again.
Dude, that sounds great. I mean, it already is great. I heard the whole first episode, so I know it's great. But that's a great trailer.
It's a great trailer. Yeah.
Yeah. So you excited? I'm excited for you. You stoked? Whoop, he went mute.
Oh no. Yeah, muted himself.
Oh, he probably muted himself, so we didn't hear him grunting during the trailer.
I did. I did mute
you're back.
myself.
You're
All
back.
right, go ahead.
Yeah, no. It's awesome though. I think it's really good. And if that doesn't convince people to listen, I don't know what will. It's that if you listen to that and you go, "Oh man, that's good writing." It's that way throughout the whole thing. And I would also ask everybody who's ever in ANTP or currently in the current season who's left or thinking about doing anything in the future, this is going to be a great thing to listen to kind of learn a lot of the tricks of the trade that we talk to you guys about every week during judging. It's that good.
Yeah,
it's very, very.
I mean,
good.
look, America's Next Top Podcaster made this show a lot better. I'll say that because I talk a lot of poop on that show, so like I can't come out here doing garbage because then it just totally ruins everything. Look, I am thrilled to put this out there. I know a lot of people might have listened to the preview that I put out on the Politics feed. If you already listened to that, then do yourself a favor and just skip to the end of this one, because there is bonus stuff that you did not hear as part of the preview, and even something that Scott, your version didn't have. I put something in like at the 11th hour yesterday about a letter from Joe Kennedy Jr. to his father about how awesome Nazi Germany was.
Oh, wow. Wow.
And how smart and great Hitler was.
I didn't know about any of that stuff that was in there about the Kennedys and Hitler and about the World War II. I had no idea about any of that stuff.
Oh, also, RaiseTheDeadPodcast.com.
Oh, yeah.
RaiseTheDeadPodcast.com. Please go there. Yeah, all the information's there. Okay, so as I mentioned last week, this is a great opportunity for us, the Frog Pants community, the Diamond Club community, everybody that is around us to we gotta pool together and move at the same time if we want to move the needle. So today we are focusing on the Apple Podcast feed. So if you can sub there, if you have anything Apple related, that you can subscribe to it today, right now, if you're listening to TMS, or today, if you're listening on podcast, tomorrow, whenever, it would be greatly appreciated, because this is, time sensitive. New subscribers are the thing that matters on Apple Podcasts. And this is going to be our biggest and best opportunity to get this to the top of the charts. But numbers are numbers are numbers. Please do not, if you are abhorrent of any and all things Apple, please subscribe on the store of your choice. Things have been listing throughout the day, so I'm pretty sure it's also on Google Play and Overcast and every other podcatcher you could possibly think of. So just go ahead and subscribe today. There might be a little bonus thing coming out. I'm trying to work out a thing with Tom to maybe get just one little extra thing for folks who listen to the preview this week. But other than that, it's going to be a 6-episode series. It begins with the first episode detailing not only the history of the Kennedy family and old Joe Kennedy, Joe Kennedy's plan to put one of his boys in the White House, and specifically his oldest, and then the moment that JFK becomes JFK. That is at the 1956 convention. Have you ever heard, in fact, you remember when Barack Obama in 2004 had that big speech? It was the year that Kerry had gotten the nomination.
Yeah, it was at the Democratic National Convention. Got
and everyone's
cheers.
like, oh, who's this guy?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and then when he obviously goes on to become president, people were like, oh, that was the moment. That was his Kennedy moment. They're referring to the 1956 convention. And like the Kennedys, the way that we think that history kind of covers the Kennedys is in this very kid gloves sort of way. But good God, are they a more fascinating family than that? And even that 1956 convention is not simply just a Star is Born. There are a million different things going on behind the scenes and strategies and tactics that are in play. It's awesome. And it's also something that I think does tie back to 2016, and hopefully I'll be able to continue to make that case as the podcast goes on.
One thing I wanted to mention that I didn't say before, and again, I'm not trying to just continually butter your bread here, but if you may on the surface of this go, oh, it's documentary style and it's digging up stuff or whatever, and you kind of know what you're in for, and in some ways that's true, but the uniqueness here is your delivery and the way that you explain details, and you get a taste of that in that trailer for sure, especially toward the end when you talk about the bombastness and the drinking and the whatever of the old way that politics used to run. That'll give you a glimpse of kind of what you're probably already used to with Jerry, the way he does delivery, generally speaking. it makes it wholly unique, and you still get that documentary style stuff, but you get this, I don't know, this thing you do that makes it interesting and different.
The juriness of it.
And it's very, very good that way. So people should get over there right now. That's raisethedeadpodcast.com. It's a very nice photo of you at some sort of cafe or something. I like that.
Oh,
really?
yeah.
I'm only seeing the flag logo, the which is a really cool logo panel.
Are you at the
logo pane?
Are you on there? You're on the Raise
I'm
the
not
Dead?
on the website. I subscribed on Overcast.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm the website's got a picture.
Which goes
of
to the iTunes directory.
Sure. Anyway.
Oh yeah, no, I think Overcast just scrapes iTunes, but oh my God, talk about a cheek squeezer yesterday. Oh my God, I put in for the feed to get validated by Apple Podcasts on over the holiday weekend, and it had not been approved as of like late Monday, as I'm getting ready for like 24 hours of promoting this thing today, and then I did what any self-respecting entrepreneur would do. I took my blue check mark on Twitter and started loudly complaining to anybody who would listen. And lo and behold, it got approved.
Nice.
So thank the maker for that, and go ahead and sign it up. Look, if you've listened to me on this segment, then you know the delivery. But the biggest thing that I wanted to do here is honestly bring a human story, because I think people think of history as boring largely because of the way we talk about it, and we don't bring in the humanity of people. This is not a hit piece. I mean, I try to bring humanity to every one of these characters so you can understand where their motivations are. You can understand the decisions that they made. And I think with these characters, it's not hard. You know, when you're talking about Richard Nixon and the Kennedys, the Chicago mob, Frank Sinatra, a young Democratic actor named Ronald Reagan. It's awesome.
Yeah, I'm jazzed to keep going. And what's the? Sorry, I meant to ask this earlier. What's the release schedule?
So it'll be once a week for the next 6 weeks. I think I might actually take a week off. Well, I don't know. We'll see. But then I wanted to do this day and date, but it'll probably be next week or the week after that. The full ebook and audiobook will be out, so that you'll be able to download that on Amazon or Audible, and those will actually have a bonus episode that delves a lot more into the Chicago mob, which when I looked at the structure, I just didn't kind of feel like fit the podcast narrative. But for folks that are buying the full thing and really want more, I think it makes a lot of sense. And also happens to be a really great companion piece to the new Martin Scorsese movie, The Irishman.
Yeah, that's true.
Because it deals a lot with the unions and the mob intersecting with the unions. And specifically, if you've seen The Irishman, Jimmy Hoffa is somebody who is very, very, very pissed off at the Kennedy family. And you get a little hint of it. There's a little flashback to a moment where he's being interrogated by Bobby Kennedy. We go into that very heavily, including an awesome moment in time where Bobby Kennedy went face to face with Momo Giancana, who's right at the center of a lot of the 1960 conspiracy.
That's great. Very era appropriate. That movie turns out. I haven't seen it yet. It's out, right? I can get it.
It's out. It's on Netflix. It's 7.5 years long. But,
it really is. Yeah.
And you know, it's one of those things where it's like, if you went to see it as a movie, you'd be like, there's no reason why I need to be in this theater for 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
But on Netflix, look, I watched it for as long as I was going to watch it on one night, and then I turned it off, and then I woke up the next morning and I watched the rest of it. And, it was good. I don't know if on Netflix I wanted less Scorsese. I certainly think it could be polished up to be a tighter movie. But it's Netflix.
Yeah, it's Netflix. Yeah, the rules are different. You don't have to live by the theater rules. Exactly.
If there weren't the movie theater component to this, I easily could have seen him release this as like 4 45-minute episodes. And just break it up into pieces on Netflix.
Yeah.
Although I guess he probably doesn't like he doesn't like current media.
Yeah.
No.
He's a traditional movie guy,
And I think that's the idea. Is Netflix was just like, all right, like, what do you want? All the money that you want for this? Cool.
Sure.
Take it. What do you want? No notes at all? You don't want anyone to tell you at all that you don't need yet another scene of the mob explaining to Robert De Niro that Jimmy Hoffa needs to calm down? Nah, whatever. Keep them all in. All 18 of them. All 18 of the scenes that do the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Please keep doing it.
How's Joe Pesci? Good? Because I miss him.
Pesci's the best.
Yeah.
Pesci's the best
great,
out of all of
them.
them.
Man, he's aged, but
he's really the only one that I think he's not doing what you think of Pesci, because he never really gets angry in the movie. Spoiler alert. But he's probably the best, like, because he is this kind of wizened grandfatherly mob boss, right? And he's this wizened grandfatherly kind of guy.
I'm very excited to see it because I love Scorsese movies. DJ Stengel made me laugh just now. He said I should watch it on my Apple Watch just to piss off Scorsese. That's pretty good. Yeah, I'll watch it and I'll see what's up. But don't forget the most important point: RaiseTheDeadPodcast.com. Head over there now. Subscribe. I just did it on. I don't even use Apple Podcasts as my app, but if you're an iOS user, you have it. So pull it up. It is installed on your phone. And go quickly search for it. It's the first one that comes up. Subscribe
In fact,
to
look,
it.
if you go right now on your phone, we can just lead everybody through it. If you were listening on podcast, just go to raisethedeadpodcast.com.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You're going to see a big picture of Kennedy and Nixon looking at each other.
Mm-hmm.
To subscribe on Apple Podcasts, it's that white button right there.
The
Just
little.
go ahead and hit that button.
Yep.
I'm going to do it right now in my own podcast. I'm going to subscribe to my own podcast
Do it.
live right here.
Right now, right
Boom.
here.
Right now.
Subscribed.
Oh my gosh, we have turned the world on its head. All right, well, this is all great stuff. Fantastic work. It really is good, you guys. You guys should listen to it, even if you have a remote interest in political history or just American history or history in general. It's totally my jam, it turns out. And I appreciate Justin's restraint in not telling me all of that, because he wanted me to listen to it without that extra push, and I think it was the right thing to do, and I'm glad I did. It's very, very good, and you all should listen to it. Justin Robert Young, anything else before we let you go today?
Just thank you to Scott and Brian. Thank you to all of Tadpole. You guys are awesome, and this is really a project for us. So thank you.
You're welcome. Good luck with all this.
The jury will now retire.
Talk to you soon. Bye now. He won't retire. He'll do 5 more episodes.
That's right.
There's no retirement here. You can't retire. All right, Brian, that
Every
brings
time
us.
you think you're out, they pull you back in.
You're making me want to see a mob movie, so I'm going to see one.
Well, there's one on Netflix right now.
I'm going to do it. Hey, that's it. We're done. Did you watch the whole thing then? You've seen the entirety of it already?
Yeah, we watched it all in one night. We watched it all Sunday night.
Okay. Crap. I feel behind. I need to get in there. Was that your recommendal? Have I fouled up tomorrow by saying that? I probably have.
If I actually have 2 recommendals.
Oh.
And so if one of you took this, I have a backup that I would totally do.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
Well, all right then. If that happens, if Nicole suddenly shows up and says, "I love the Irishman,"
I know. It's funny. I see her liking both things that I'd recommendal, but I don't see her jumping in to watch either thing that I watched for recommendals, if that makes sense.
Plus, she's had a sick week. That either means definitely no or maybe yes, given that she's in bed a lot. So I don't know.
Right. Actually, yeah, she may have watched a lot of stuff while she's convalescing.
Gonna find out sooner or later. All right, that's it for us. Thank you all for being here. A reminder, our show is fueled by your help over at patreon.com/TMS. Very much looking to our Patreon playdate, which happens on the 27th. Brian, me, whole bunch of games, and you for being patrons. So check out the schedule on that. I'll have a page up soon. Today should be on more details on that. That's info will be over at frogpants.com/TMS, which you can go to now if you need anything else. All right, let's get out of here. Do you have a song you'd like to play?
I have a song that I'm going to play. Andy, aka Mad Cow, wrote in. He says, "Hello, Scott and Brian. On December 3rd of last year, I requested a song for my upcoming gastric bypass surgery, and Brian obliged. The last year has been a complete transformation for me. I went on my first solo trip to TMS Vegas. We loved meeting you there, and met many wonderful people. I even got to play on Brian's Overpants team. So
Nice.
sorry about that. I also lost 160 pounds,
Oh.
unrelated to playing on Brian's Overpants team. Because actually, that meant that you had plenty of time to do other things because we were out so quickly.
Yeah, that's a lot of pounds, by the way. Congratulations.
That is a lot of pounds.
Yeah.
So 1 year later, I'd like to request another song. Nothing in particular, as long as it's fun. Thank you both for all you do, Andy, aka Mad Cow, on those rare occasions that I'm in the tadpole. Well, first of all, I'm assuming it never actually says it's a birthday, so I think it's just the anniversary of his gastric bypass surgery. So
okay.
happy gastric bypass surgery.
GPS.
Anniversary.
Happy GPS.
Yes.
Right? No, I'm sorry.
Happy gastric bypass.
GBS. Yeah.
Yes.
Good job.
Listen, I have kind of a playlist of songs that I use as kind of my upbeat pump up music, and there are a few covers in there, including this one right here, originally done by Curtis Mayfield. The song is Move On Up, and it's covered here by The Jam, an awesome band that if you're looking for something to listen to someday, go into your streaming service of choice and pull up The Jam's greatest hits because they are fantastic. Here's The Jam with Move On Up.
This show is part of the Frog Pants Network. Frog Pants Network. Get more shows like this at frogpants.com.
Oh, that's annoying. Jeez.
A little bit.
I
yes.
didn't realize that was the thing that was tied to that key, so that's going to be a note there. There we go. All right. Well, we did it there. We did a show there, as you may have noticed.
I noticed, and I enjoyed it greatly. So I was just replying to Tally Zarel, who sent in a request last week, and I'm waiting for the CD that I ordered from Amazon, which should be coming in, I think, sometime this week.
Oh, you did a unique song there, I guess, then.
It's an album that is not available on stream or on digital, and I was going to pick it up because it's got some good covers on it, including one that I'm going to use for her request. So
nice. Don't worry, Tally. I did one ages ago, and I think it got lost. So don't feel bad. I don't know when.
You did one what?
A song request forever ago.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I did. Remember that one I did I may have done it under.
Oh, you did
a silly
goofy
name.
I thought we looked back and I ended up playing it.
No, we never did it. It's okay that we didn't, because it's my fault for being all anonymous with it. My point is though.
Clever.
Too
clever by half.
That'll teach you to try to be so damned clever.
That's
but anyway,
right.
yeah, don't worry, Tally. We'll get to you. And didn't she just get that job?
She just got surgery.
Oh, I thought she just got a new job. Wasn't there a thing about a new job, or maybe it was an interview?
I only know about the surgery, not the. But congratulations if there's a new job.
Yeah, why did I? That's in my head.
They're probably both correct.
Yeah,
both of us are correct.
We can be right at the same time.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, on that note, let's do the thing, the deal, the stuff.
Okay. Well, okay, yeah. Arriving between December 4th and December 11th is when that disc is supposed to arrive.
Oh, very cool.
Called Taking Back the Covers. What a clever name for a cover album.
No job, she says. I got that wrong.
Okay.
I don't know why I had that in my head. Oh, yes, vagina, right.
Right.
She
Yes.
got a vagina. That was what.
Exactly.
That's what it was. Carter, it's it's out of context. What you just heard me say. Okay. No judgment, she says. Here we go. Let's start with the Yodelorian. Probably the title, I think, that one. It's also the winner. So.
Yodelorian, yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
I'm a fan. Can I have a kidney? I like that. 20% eyebrows, 80% mouth noises.
That's great.
These
I
are
need
all
my eye hair, man.
Yeah. I need my eye hair. Rub your bum on your kidney.
I better freeze.
Oh, yeah, you should freeze.
There we go, because stuff is bouncing around.
Scott forgot to hover. Eyebrow mounds. Fight the mukbang for the hairy egg.
That is awesome. I love that one.
There's a piece of tent hanging off your butt. Oh, the pants. I remember that now. Let's see.
Credit Machine homies.
Dave is just going to waste your liver. Oh, that's so funny. You guys got good ones. Whistle in the bum smells like wood. I feel like a lot of these just have to be in today.
I know, because once we're done with this, these all disappear, and there's so many good ones in here.
Yeah.
Ludwilla the Gross.
I kind of like that one too. Oh, sorry, I unclicked it.
I should just say I'm gonna click it, but then let you click it.
It's just habit. My bad.
Yeah.
I'm not trying.
No, that's all right.
Dude, then dude. I think they meant then. They wrote then. Who's more like Trump, Nixon, or Kennedy? Let's see. Oh my gosh, there's so many of these, you guys.
Adult ass man.
Adult ass man. Was that?
Ass man.
What was that?
Yeah,
from?
you said that at the beginning. You were talking about you and Skyhawk now are adult ass man.
Yeah. All right. I think we probably have it.
Wow. Yeah,
There's a lot.
There's a lot.
All right. Check down there. Copy. I'm copying Yodelarian or
Yodelarian?
Yodelarian for the title. And then for the rest of this business, we shall. Oh, here's that new Baby Yoda song. Let's see if it's any good.
Yoda, Baby Yoda, floating in the pod, Baby Yoda.
Well, that's actually a good song.
It's not bad.
I mean, it's better than Baby Shark ripoff.
Bobby Yoda,
Bobby
Bobby Yoda,
I hate that so bad. Bobby Yoda.
Especially because he says Bobby. Why Bobby?
It's so weird. He must be.
I don't understand the Bobby.
I'm going to find out later. It's like some Canadian thing or something.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. Finally, that's in. And then we have this. And we say, making things with Bill. Oops. Jury duty and more. Okay. You ready, Brian?
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1. Coming up on TMS, I'm a fan. Can I have your kidney?
20% eyebrows, 80% mouth noises.
Fight the mukbang for the hairy egg.
You gotta fight the mukbang that bee. Eyebrow mounds.
I need my eye hair, man.
Rub your bum on your kidney.
Whistle in the bum smells like wood.
Piece of tent hanging off your butt.
There's a lot of butts in a row.
Yeah, a lot of butts and tents.
Dave is just going to waste your liver.
Ludwilla the Gross.
Making things with Bill.
Jury duty and more on this episode of The Morning Stream.
Is that a little Justin voice you did there at the end?
A little bit of jury energy. I'd say more jury energy than jury voice.
I liked it. Liked it a lot.
Listen.
That's how he starts all his reviews.
That's how he starts his reviews of podcasts. Listen.
There we'll go. David.
That's
or
right.
whoever it is, and then just get going.
Yep.
All right. Oh, let's play that.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
We are done. Where are we going to lunch, Carter? Is it we're meeting everyone for pizza? Is it?
Yum.
I hope it's Mod because I want their cauliflower crust again.
Oh, I just had one of those. Well, let's see. It was after we saw a movie. I think it was when we saw. Yeah, it was Wednesday when we saw Midway. We had the cauliflower crust Mod pizza. So good.
It's good, right? It's actually good.
It's really good.
I think I prefer it to the bread thing, which I can't believe I'm saying, but I do.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Well, I'm going to go do that. You go do what you do. We're going to have a great day, and together, somehow, it'll be better than it was separate. I don't know what that means, but
bye.
Have a good one. Bye. All right. Thanks, everybody. Got to go. We're meeting at 11:30, I think, so I have to get out of here. And then I got to come back and do art for the rest of the day, and I have so much to catch up on. It's gross. Maybe I'll do some of it on stream. I don't know. I have a lot to do, though. Love you all. Have a great freaking day. And, we'll be around for stuff. So stick around for things. We'll see you later. Bye.